now. Krista, how many years have you lived in Australia?
Over 40 years.
And how many years has your husband lived in Australia?
Over 50 years.
Now, Krista, I understand that yourself and your husband, who is a cook, have just unfortunately lost your jobs in aged care. Krista, what was your position of work in the aged care facility?
So I was a personal carer. I've been doing that for 2 years now, and I'm just finishing my Cert 3 in aged care. So this is something that I decided, after doing my career in IT, I thought, I absolutely love working with the elderly. It was something that really meant something to me. And that's why I ended up deciding to actually go and study and get my Cert 3.
Please tell us about the events leading up to you losing your job.
Yeah, so probably about 2 to 3 weeks ago, we got told that we had to have a flu shot, or basically we wouldn't have a job. So I thought, right, I'll go investigate what the flu shot's about, because I've never had the flu. So the first thing I did was get the flu shot insert and have a look at it. And it said not tested whether it causes cancer, not tested for genotoxicity, not tested for male fertility, not tested whether it actually is safe for pregnant mothers or for nursing mothers, not tested whether it interacts with any other drugs or vaccines. And then with a whole list of side effects, which includes like being paralysed or dying. As someone who's never had the flu and, I have a healthy immune system, I didn't think for me that the benefits outweighed the risks. And then when I looked into how effective it is, and this comes straight from the flu shot vaccine package insert, it actually said 40 to 60%. So that means that basically out of all the staff, possibly 6 out of 10 people are having this flu shot and could have no benefits whatsoever. So I asked my company, are you willing to take liability if I get sick or die or get paralysed or anything from this flu vaccine? And they said no. Basically, you take it or leave it. So you either have the vaccine or you lose your job.
Krista, how do you feel about having your career, your new career, ripped from underneath you?
Actually, it's really, really upsetting. I was really tormented over the decision what to do. And because I love my job so much and I thought that's where I was going to end up, it is really upsetting. And now I'm sitting at home, almost a qualified carer, and our jobs are being re-advertised, and they're practically getting people off the street who have no qualifications to do our position. It just doesn't seem like that is in the best interest of the residents to actually, people with qualifications are losing their jobs over this. It just doesn't, it's not right.
And I do know. And Krista, has anyone asked the patients what they want, whether they want the staff to have a flu shot in order to take care of them, whether they want visitors to have the flu shot in order to take care of them?
As far as I know, absolutely nothing. They know nothing. And when I left, people were querying, oh, you're leaving? I said, no, I'm actually being fired because I'm not having the flu shot. And the residents that asked me that question had no idea what I was talking about. They said, well, my son doesn't get a flu shot or my daughter doesn't get a flu shot. Like, they had no idea what I was talking about. So no, I don't believe they've been asked.
Do you think that the residents would rather die from the flu or of a broken heart with nobody coming to visit them, potentially nobody coming to visit them? What do you think they would prefer?
Well, from my experience in 2 years, a lot of them there are extremely depressed. Their life basically revolves around breakfast, morning tea, lunch, afternoon tea and dinner. There is not a lot for them to do. A lot of them are not able to walk on their own, and we as carers don't have a lot of time to spend with them. So No, I think that loneliness is probably the biggest thing there, loneliness and depression. And no, I don't think a lot of them would actually choose for that their family or carers have to have the flu shot in order to care for them. You know, especially in light of the fact that it's only maybe possibly 40% effective, which means that essentially 60% of the staff are already walking around without being covered and thinking that they are, which is actually puts people at risk. Because, you know, they have this false idea that it is 100% effective. That's what the idea that we are being told. So I think this is a dangerous decision for aged care to actually, you know, make that idea. People think, oh, I'm not going to get the flu now, which is not true. As a carer, we wash our hands before we see the resident, after we see the resident. You know, we have strict, you know, hygienic practices in place. And, you know, if we're going to cough and splutter, well, we shouldn't be going to work.